Hi, everybody. Well, it is Friday, and it's a very sacred Friday. It's Good Friday in the Christian tradition. And this has always been a day that I can very honestly say is a hard day for me. I do like to reflect on the scriptures about Good Friday, and just think about what my faith means to me and what this day represents. And in today's reflection, this was a very different Good Friday. I usually spend it in church. It's not possible to do that today. There are some online services, and I saw the Pope, the Vatican. However, it didn't feel quite the same as being in community on a Good Friday. Hi, Terry. Hi, Bernadette. So I just decided that I would take the time and think about what was in my heart, what was coming up for me. And the thing that happens for me every Good Friday is that I think about forgiveness and how important forgiveness must be, what a vital part of our life it is, because whenever you cannot forgive, you really are poisoning your own soul. And there are things that seem to be unforgivable, and if you are Christian and or share the knowledge of what Jesus suffered on this particular day that we call Good Friday, the crucifixion, you wonder about forgiveness and how that would be an ultimate example of forgiveness. And we can choose not to forgive over some things that are just not worth it, some things that we need to let go. So I would say today's challenge is, what is something or who might be someone that you need to forgive? And is it possible to, at least on this day, consider forgiving them? Forgiving doesn't mean that you forget the pain. It doesn't mean that you dismiss whatever it was that was so very painful for you. It doesn't mean that you can pretend that whatever caused your pain didn't happen. But what it does mean is that you let go of it so that you can set yourself free, so that you no longer are shackled with feelings towards another person that do not help you to be joyful, that do not help you to live your life in a way where you can experience the full joy of being alive. Because somewhere in the background there's this murkiness, there's this stuff, this person, this thing that happened that just kind of weighs you down. And you know how our minds work. You know, even in the best of times, we can have a tendency to go back and think about something that happened that was very painful in our lives. And usually something painful is attached to someone who may have done something to hurt us. So today, when we think of the story of the crucifixion, and we think of how if ever there was someone who could have said, I do not forgive these people, this is a good day to think about forgiveness. And I always say, and people that know me know that this is one of the quotes that I believe right down to the very core of my being, that when you think about forgiveness, we always want an atonement. We want someone to do something that allows us to forgive. But what I say is that atonement is human, forgiveness is divine. In order to forgive, we have to let it go, give it to God, and say, I'm done with this, you take it. And then I believe, because I've experienced it, that God touches us in those moments and says, and now you're free of it. I will give you the divine blessing of forgiveness. So, a holy day, a good day for reflection, a good day to at least consider some forgiveness for something or someone that needs forgiving, and moving forward with some joy. Tomorrow is Holy Saturday, and Holy Saturday is the day that my father died. And so this whole season leading up to Easter is always a time of deep reflection for me. My thoughts may be a little deeper. They're not sad, they're just real, they're authentic, they're what I'm feeling in this moment. And I always say, whatever the feelings are that may be in your heart, if you share them, you'll find that others share those same feelings, but sometimes can't give voice to them. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow.